Alright, guys, so your boy is gonna take an IQ test today. We're gonna find out if I'm a high IQ cell or not. So, this is the first question. So, in the first row, you have alright, it's a fourth of the circle, a quarter of the circle, then it goes up to half, and then three quarters. And in the second row, you have the circle filled to an eighth, then to the quarter, and then I believe three eighths. In this third row, you have the circle filled half, and then no, not half, like one third, then two thirds, and I guess this would be the full circle. All right, so it's a triangle. I knew something like this was gonna come up because I've taken IQ tests previously, and this stuff comes up, and I don't really like triangles or problems which have to do with triangles rather. So there's one, two, three, four, five triangles in the base, six and seven triangles, two triangles at the top, so seven triangles inside this. The perimeter triangle is the eighth one, and there's a combination triangle formed by those two at the top. So there's nine triangles here. All right, so what's this? So these shapes are getting stretched like a pussy gets stretched by cock by these bars. With the square, you have two bars. Well, isn't it like supposed to stretch in both directions then? Like if the circle gets turned into an oval by a horizontal bar, and the triangle, equilateral triangle, gets turned into an isosceles triangle with this vertical bar, yeah, then it's probably gonna remain a square. 4, 8, 24, 3, 6, 18, 5. So, right, it's the multiplier increases every time. So, at first the multiplier is 2, and then the multiplier goes up to 3. So, it's going to be 30. This is that box folding problem. Like, you have to guess which face is going to come up on top and which is going to cover the sides. So, it's simply not possible that A, B, and C are gonna be it, or even F, because there's two white faces side by side. That's not gonna work, and neither is this one gonna work because the way this is configured, you should be able to see a white face at all times, right? Whether on top, on the side, or in front. You simply don't see it. So I'm gonna go with E. This one's pretty easy because the line is supposed to pass through the middle, and it's supposed to be straight. In C it's not straight, in B it's not straight. This horizontal white line, I think it's gonna be E because D is clearly not it, and in A it's too low. Again, triangles again. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles, no combination triangles on the inside, only just the perimeter and the mini triangles. 5 triangles in this. What's happening here? Is there a change of sides? It seems like the shape on the right goes up and the shape on the left descends. So I'm going with B. I may be wrong on this one, but who knows? Because I'm confused whether it would be A or B, but I'm gonna go with B. 3, 9. This one's easy. It's just a multiplier. 4 twos are 8, right? This is simple clockwise rotation, so yeah, there's an option. Yeah, it's gonna be B. How many squares? So 9 of those mini squares, the perimeter square, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 combination squares. So it's 10 plus 4, 14. It's in the options as well. Which number is missing? It goes up from 4 to 5, then from 5 to 7, 7 to 10. All right, it's increasing, but every single time the increment also has an increase of 1. So if it goes up from 25 to 32, that's an increment of 7. Now you're looking at an increment of 8, so it should go up from 32 to 40, which is in the options. It looks like those superimposition, rather imposition problems. So you place the second box on the first box, and whatever coincides among those orange mini boxes, is going to disappear. So if we impose the second box on the first box, then I guess F is going to be the answer. Alright, how many squares are in here? So there's 4 of those mini squares. There's 2 squares on the inside as well. Combination squares, like I call them. 4, 2, 6, and 1 on the outside, the perimeter. So it's going to be 7. I believe it's 7. There's not more than 7 squares, because there's simply not as many lines. If there was a line up here in this rectangle, and if there was a line up here in this sort of 5-sided box, which is shaped like a triangular pentagon. I don't know how else to call it. It's not even like a pentagon, it's a hexagon, but it's a folded hexagon. So rather just a 6-sided shape. So I'm gonna go with 7. There's not more than 7 squares forming in here. Like, I don't exactly like these square ones or the triangles. I don't like shapes. Problems which have to do with shapes. I like these, in which it's filling up and shit. It's easy. It's easy. Like, the answer clearly here is the F. What's missing? I generally like the questions which have to do with the lines. Like, it's fun. It's not going to be E, because the articulation is on the opposite direction, right? The articulation is not that the lines are diverging, the lines are converging, the lines in the middle, the black lines in the middle, right? So that's not it. Same with F. Same with A, the lines are not converging enough. Wait a moment. No, it's not the same with A. It is going to be A. It is going to be A. Because with D, the convergence is just too much. With B, you have parallel lines, and at C, you don't see both of the black lines. So yeah, it's going to be A. It is going to be A. Yeah, it's another one of those imposition questions. So the circle is going to get imposed on this other circle, and what it's going to leave behind is this square. 43 goes down to 42, then goes down to 40, then goes down to 37, then to 33, 28, 20. All right, so it's the same thing, but but it decreases, right? And every time the number decreases, the increment in the decrease goes up by 1. So if it falls from 22 to 15, next time it's going to fall down by even more, right? Like 8. So it's going to be 7. This seems like another one of those impositions. So we're going to impose these 4 dots on this, and we're going to have a triangle engulfed by a circle. Holy shit, man. How many of these are there? I don't like these. How many triangles are in the picture? 1, 2, 3. The perimeter, that's 4. Then I guess if you combine these two, like 2 of the 3 triangles here, you can actually get 2 more triangles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 triangles. Imposition again, we are just going to be left with the dot. Which number is missing? So 1, 6, 4, 9, 7, 12. Alright, so the pattern is there's an increment of 5, and then there's a decrement of 2. Every time there's a decrement of 2, then it again goes up by 5. So if it goes up by 5, this time it's going to decrease by 2. So it's going to be 13. Alright, back to squares. I hate this shit, man. So you have 5 mini squares. Then there's 4 squares if you combine these on the sides. I guess there's also another square if you combine those 4 mini squares in the middle. So 5 and 5, 10. And then there's, yeah, this big square on the right. If you combine if you combine all of the 5 mini squares and those 2 rectangles, then yeah, it's 11 squares in total. This one's also pretty easy. This is again an imposition. So you impose this on this one. So you're gonna be left with, it's gonna be C, all right. Another box. So the green is gonna be on top of the pink, right? And the gray is gonna fold over, and so the green is gonna be in front, the pink is gonna be on its side, and the gray is gonna fold over. It's A. 7, 10, 8. So increment of 3, decrement of 2. Yeah, right. 11, 9, decrement of 2, increment of 3. So increment of 3 gonna be a decrement of 2 right now. So 11. Imposition again. Easy. Which number is missing? 5, 10, 9. So it multiplies by 2, then decreases by 1. Decreases by 1, then multiplies by 2. So multiplies by, it's going to be 65. This one's pretty confusing, because you see there's extra lines right here. I guess they've just put those there to confuse us, but of course it's not going to be B, because there's a line that's off the tracks. There's not a single line here which is missing the track. It's missing this line here, so it's not going to be D. The lines are just too close in E. There's a line missing in F, and yeah, again there's the same problem. There's a bigger gap right here, so it's going to be A. So so every time a square increases, you see one of those dots go down, and that's what happens in every single step. So you're now gonna have 2 squares, and for that you have to get rid of this dot. D. All right, submit the test. Now I have to enter the email. Guys already know my name, so it's not like some major reveal. But I'm not gonna put my name right here. Like, why is it different for different genders? Like, why does it matter what my gender is? Like, do girls get some special concession here as well? Like, if they're a girl, they can be shit at spatial reasoning or logical reasoning. Alright, holy shit, that's pretty good. Get your IQ report. Of course. Let's view it. Now, I don't know how accurate this is, but your overall IQ score is 137. Holy shit, that was pretty good. No way, man. Like, wait a moment. If it's 132 and 132 in this, it's probably going to be a bit lower than 137, right? Why is it 137? Because these two are supposed to drag it down by a little bit. I don't know how they calculate the score, but I guess it's around 135 now, but I'm not sure how accurate this test is, but I did score pretty decent, so it's pretty clear I'm not low IQ.